Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. We were discussing about the kosha, the disturbance, the hindrance to realize our own nature. In one dark room, the master is sleeping. And the servant has come to call his master because some important person has come to meet. It was night time and suddenly there was a power cut. And his master, he loved to sleep. So the servant opened the door, but there was no light. So he has to, because he knows that here is my master, because sometimes snoring came or something. So he's touching something. Oh, it's glass, it's spoon, it's windows, it's almirah. And suddenly he touched the feet of his master. Oh, this is master. So how he find out? Touching everything else and realizing that no, it's not my master, not my master, not my master. So this was the process of negating everything else. So in this way, when we realize that, oh, this is not me because this is my body and it is absolutely different from me because this body is inert because of some life force. That inert body looks beautiful. That inert body feels something else, sad or mourn or happy. We are not that. I'm not that. Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha. Lastly, when maximum Western philosophers, they have ended their thought process that mind is the ultimatum, Vedanta negates that also. Clear? Now, then above that Manomaya Kosha, because Manomaya Kosha was what? Jnanendriya and Man is Manomaya Kosha. Jnanendriya and the mind togetherly created Manomaya Kosha. Verse number or sloka number 184. Buddhir buddhendriyai sardham savrittih kartrilakshanaha vijnanamaya koshasyat pumsas samsara karanam. Buddhir buddhendriyai sardham savrittih kartrilakshanaha vijnanamaya koshasyat पुंसः संसारकारणम् बुद्धि इंद्रियैः सार्धम् सवृत्तिः कर्तृलक्षणः विज्ञानमय कोशः स्यात् पुंसः संसार कारण. So this is tritiya. Indriyaha is like naraha. So naraihi means narena narabhyam naraihi tritiya bahuvachan like buddhi indriyaihi. Clear? Why? Because more than two. Pancha jnanendriya. Buddhi indriyaihi means jnanendriya. Sardham savrittihi. Savritti means what is the main activities of buddhi? That is ahankara. Ahankara is not ego. Ahankara is the feeling of I. I went that place. I have it that. I am the this. That I feeling always and my feeling that what is the birthplace of I and my feeling, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Kartritra Lakshana. Aham Karta iti manyate. And Kartritva Bhava means Bhoktritva Bhava. Bhoktritva Bhava means Ananda and Dukkha. Dukkha, 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 Dukkha. Ananda, Dukkha, 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 Dukkha. This is the nature of bhog, not bhoga, nature of bhoktritva. There is no problem in bhoga, means in God realization. Problem is there, you will be sphita in height, breadth, width. That different issue. Annamaya kosha will be sphita. But there is no connection between bhoga and Ishwar Labha. A person of realization who is in extreme bhoga, but no bhoktritva, no problem. Vyasadeva was standing on the bank of Yamuna river. Gopini, they were filled with milk and butter and all those things because they have to sell them. Otherwise, how they will earn their livelihood? On the bank of the river, but there was no boat. Gopinis told or prayed to Vyasa, Vyasi, that you are a very divine person. We know. You are the Son of God. You are God alone. Whenever this is the policy we have learned from our Shastra. See how people know to appreciate. Appreciation is needed. appreciation is needed for others' motivations, and it is mainly needed for us. We need it. If we appreciate, our mental formation gets changed. Our brain becomes cool. Our heart becomes cool. If the tongue is rectified little bit. If we say that yesterday Argentina played well, the supporters of Brazil will tell, "Arey, France played much better than Argentina, and it was just a luck factor." Penalty doesn't say the quality of the things. But the Argentinian supporters will tell that penalty also is the part of the game. But who is the lover of football? They will appreciate both the team. You know, the final match in last 2-3 decades, this was the best final I have ever seen. So, and I was just seeing the nerve and how a team can work togetherly and can overcome everything else. In each and everything, if we learn something, then our life, you know, विद्यार्थी का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. स्कूल में विद्यार्थी का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं कि इस दीवार को तोड़ना है, इस दीवार को बनाना है, इस नॉल खराब हो गया है. किसका प्रॉब्लम? Who is taking ownership? Whose attitude is absolutely like a vidyarthi. He is happy. School में आते हैं, they play like that, you know, here and there. They're happy. In our life, if we become the vidyarthi of this universe, there will be no problem, you know. Whatever the problem comes, and we are the vidyarthi of that problem. From that problem, we have learned something else. If we consider this whole universe is a school for me, and I am the student of that universe, you will see Vidyarthi, you just realize Vidyarthi or students have less problem. But nowadays it's very problematic. I don't know why. Problematic because of the parents, you know. Now parents are too much worried about their children. I just asked, one parents came, they're very worried. They went to psychiatrist. Real thing. Just when the day I went for Sikkim University, just prior to that day, that time, where did you go? Now we went to the psychiatrist. And they're a very cute girl, child, you know. Because I already spent half an hour with that girl. And so sweet. I told, why are you consulting psychiatrist? দেখুন না, পড়াশোনার সময় একদম মন বসতে চায় না, খালি ছুটোছুটি করে, একদম পড়ায় মন নেই. Are you considering, my goodness, Are you going to psychiatrist for that? Can you remember your childhood? এখন কি করব বলুন? You should consult psychiatrist for you, not for this baby. It really spoke to them. So unnecessarily we create problem, If we take it, accept it nicely, everything else, then our many problems will be solved. Nothing, just acceptance. The thing is as it is. अगर पानी को तेल बनाना चाहता हूं और तेल को पानी, problem will be static. Accept water as water. Accept dirty water as dirty water. No need to input, but at least acknowledge that this is how this is. This is not my cup of tea. Acceptance. The Vijnanamaya kosha. And that is the kartritva lakshanaha Vijnanamaya kosha syat pumsaha samsara karana. Pumsaha means abhimani jiva. Abhiman, here in Vedantic language, it will be associated, attached. Dehabhimani jiva. Dehabhimani jiva means who considers himself that this body is me or mine. That is Deha Abhiman. The attachment towards the thing with a wrong notion. Because the enemy came to me to kill me or to misguide me with the disguise of my best friend. So we should apply our vichar that my best friend was like that, like that, like that, like that. Whenever the vichara will start, no. He is not my best friend. He has come in different purpose with the disguise of my best friend. Accept it. There is no way to throw it off. There is no way to throw him off. But if you know who is that person, your entire attitude will be changed. Just knowing who you are and who you are not, and to know the danger, the fatality, the severity of what? Accept the wrong thing as the right thing. Just to know the severity. যেটাকে আমি আমার ভাবার কথা নয়, সেটাকে আমি আমার ভাবলে আমার আধ্যাত্মিক জীবনে কি সর্বনাশ ঘটে যেতে পারে। শুধু এই বোধটুকুই যথেষ্ট একজন আধ্যাত্মিক ব্যক্তিত্বের জন্য। So you need a consciousness, a conscious life always. बुद्धि और उनकी वृत्ति और ज्ञानेंद्रिय, ये तीनों जोकर युक्त होकर विज्ञानमय कोश उत्पन्न होता है। बुद्धि, बुद्धि वृत्ति and the five organs of senses togetherly. Now the thing is, what is Jnanendriya? Don't misunderstand that our eyes, nose, ears are Jnanendriya. They are like the flute. The flute produces good sounds because of something. So Jnanendriyas actually are in the brain. What expresses through the organs. Clear? So the thing is, Mastiska means, or the brain is just like the, वेदी। वेदी जानते हैं, जिनके ऊपर पूरा मूर्ति खड़ा है। So it's like that. Now, what is the purpose of Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji? To save us from another birth. We can't feel in how severe condition we are in. Yesterday, if any of you have watched the match, you will see the coach is always telling, go there, bring that person. Why and how? Now, he was not in that match. He was outside of that. Then only it was easier for him to know what is wrong and what is right. Bhagavan Shankaracharya means all acharyas, realized acharyas, the bona fide masters, who has realized their true nature, and by the grace of God and Guru, who could fetch the samsara and samsari bhavana from their mind, they can feel the pain of samsara and samsaris and the cause of the pain. Clear? So they suggest us that you tell परेशान हो संसार में और नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है. Why? This is the root cause, and you have to eradicate that. If you don't want to come in this universe once again, do this, don't do this. Finish. This is the activities of okay, have an experience. 185. Anuvrajachit pratibimba shaktihi vijnana sangha prakritir vikaraha jnana kriyavanamityajasram dehendriyadeshvabhimanyate bhrisham. Anuvrajachit pratibimba shaktihi vijnana sangha prakritir vikaraha jnana kriyavanahamityajasram dehendriyadeshvabhimanyate bhrisham. Accompanied by a reflection of the light of Chit, the intellectual shade, is a modification of Prakriti. It is endowed with the function of knowledge and is always completely identified with the body, sense organs, and so on. Because the intellect with its modification along with the organs of perceptions forms the intellectual shade. It has the characteristics of the agent or doer, which is the cause for transmigration. The Vijnanamaya Kosha constitutes the intellect, the sense organs of perception, and all the different modifications of the intellect. It controls the organs of perception. This intellectual shade in man veils or curtains the infinite reality. It is the cause for samsara. The modifications of the intellect are awareness of doing and the concept of I am the doer. This concept creates more and more vasanas. In order to exhaust the vasanas, the individuals has to move from one field of enjoyment to another. So there are births and deaths again and again. How this Vijnanamaya Kosha is the cause of samsara, that is described in this verse of 185. Anuvrajachit prativimba shaktihi. चित शक्ति का जो प्रतिबिंब है, द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द कॉन्शियसनेस, जिनका अनुगमन करते हैं, बिकॉज प्रतिबिंब तो बिंब का ही होता है. रिफ्लेक्शन ऑलवेज anugaman means follows the bimba, the source. In the mirror, if we do like this, the reflection will be like that. Because my reflection always follows, not mine. Everyone's reflection follows the source. Pratibimba har वक्त बिंब को ही फॉलो करते हैं. देन प्रकृतेः विकारः प्रकृति की जो विकार है, ज्ञान क्रियावान, ज्ञान और क्रिया शक्ति से imbibed, it is imbibed with the knowledge and the kriya shakti, the strength to do something. Vijnana sangaha means Vijnan Sangaha means it is told as Vijnanamaya Kosha, means the organs are imbibed, lighted with the Chaitanya Pratibimba. Means if Chaitanya does that, Pratibimba will do that. It's not that. Here, Pratibimba of what? Pratibimba of Jiva Bhavana. Jiva means the entire package. How that Jiva is got enlightened with the light of consciousness. But it has some freedom. Like the students of many rishis, like Pandavas, they accepted the teachings of everything else from Vyasa. Same guru, same subject, same teachings to all. But they received according to their own capacity. That's why they expressed the same teachings in different manner. Likewise, that reflection, why all the reflections are not same and Bimba is same? This is the question, na? যদি আত্মা এক হয়, চৈতন্য এক হয়, তাহলে চিত প্রতিবিম্ব এত আলাদা কেন? Electricity is one. But if there is this much of LED lamp, in the lamp post, sometimes if you go by Vidyasagar Setu or Ma Setu, you will find all the light posts or lamp posts are ringed or spiraled by some LED lamp. And the big light of that lamp post are also there. The electricity is same, but the expression is different. In LED it is different, in big bulb it is different. So how it is happening? Now, according to the size, capacity and everything else, Jiva is enlightened with or enlivened with the light of consciousness. But the material of Jiva, it depends that how it will act. Like, in rose, there will be the smell of rose. In the lotus, there will be the smell of lotus. Clear? Both are flower. So here also the same thing, that Vijnana Sangaha and Ajasram Brisham Dehendriya Adishu Aham iti Abhimanyate. Ajasram means, here Ajasram means always. Always Brisham, संपूर्ण रूप में Deha Indriya Adishu, in the whole body and Indriya. Means you can say that, Swamiji, my I-ness and my-ness have completely removed. Only in these ears, I always tell that this is my ears. Otherwise, in the whole body, I have no sense of I-ness and my-ness. It never happens. फिजिकल सेंस चला जा सकता है। ये देखिए, मेरा ये हाथ पूरा अवश हो गया, कोई टच करे तो पता नहीं चल रहा है। दैट्स द फिजिकल इशू। बट यू कैन से दैट सपोज द पैरालाइज्ड पर्सन आफ्टर दैट स्ट्रोक, जिनके कोई उस ऑर्गन में थोड़ा सा भी सेंस नहीं है, फिजिकल, but if you ask that person whose hand it is, this is my hand. They are not at all miser to claim that this is my hand. So the thing is, aham in complete body and indriya, abhimanyate. So first we saw that what is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha is Jnanendriya and Buddhi. Why it is Kosha? Why it is not only Vijnanamaya? Because Kosha means like the curtain, what can't see behind the curtain. So it acts like a veil, it acts like a curtain. In my spiritual progression, in my spiritual life, what doesn't allow me to know what is behind the curtain, which is my actual intrinsic nature. That is why it is Vijnanamaya Kosha. And what is the main features of this kosha, of this hindrance, is the sense of I-ness and my-ness, the sense of kartritva and bhoktritva. It is the actual curtain or the veil or the disturbance or the hindrance for not knowing to attain my eternal bliss. What I always long for, I can't attain because of this veil. Hari Om, that's it. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.